and beyond. It's the first segment of Free Advice. I'm your host, Set Free. I'm here with a creative person. I think that in life, a lot of humans put people in a box and kind of try to tell us we can't do more than one thing. But this person I look at as a creative, and it's Iman Shumpert. Welcome.
Peace.
How's it going, man? First, you back in New York. How do you feel being back in New York? Just New York, nothing to do with any.
New York for me is I don't know. It's got a certain energy always. Like when I land in Chicago, I land in New York, I land in L.A. Like I get energy that comes from that city. You know what I'm saying? And it's usually the big cities or like if the events going on, like when you land, like in Vegas, like you feel that energy because it's a lot of people just there doing whatever. And New York City to give you like a hustle, it's a hustle city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when I get here, I get real jittery.
All right. So, the show is called Free Advice. It's pretty much a dialogue of me talking to some of the most influential humans I know, where just them speaking is advice. In life, I feel like there's no right and no wrong, but everybody gives advice, and you have the option of taking advice or not taking advice.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's start from the beginning. And a lot of people know that you from Chicago, but where did you grow up, and what was it like for you growing up?
So I'm in this town in Chicago. It's called Oak Park, right? Growing up, I didn't even know I was from Oak Park because I was in Chicago so much. And all my family was in Chicago, and everywhere I played ball was usually in Chicago. So I used to say I was from Chicago all the time before I even realized in like 7th grade or some shit like that. Like, I don't remember when the first time I actually had to write it down, but I wrote it down, and they was like, "No, you supposed to put Oak Park. Like we in Oak Park." And I was like, "What?" We don't have a team.
Like, what is Oak Park?
Yeah, we don't have Bulls. We don't have the Bears. Like everything is Chicago, and I had jerseys every day. That's what I wore. Like I didn't even like if we went to the store to like buy clothes for back to school. Everybody was getting like my brother and them was already getting FUBU and everything. Like it took me a while to even want FUBU.
Because you wanted to just rep Chicago.
I wanted jerseys, bro. I needed everybody's jersey. I wanted the Cool Coach jersey. I wanted Ron Harper jersey. Like they just wasn't selling them as in kids, and we wasn't like going to the arena all the time like buying jerseys and shit. Yeah, but it was just like, man, that's what I was on. So it's like I didn't even know I was from Oak Park.
Wow.
I thought I was from Chicago till like inner city kids was like, we from the city, like type shit. And I was just like, oh, that's cool. Like if Oak Park had a team, trust me, I would
need.
Yeah, I'm not on some tough guy shit, but I'll fight. Like I'll fight y'all, but I wasn't like saying Chicago on some like, oh, we kill people. Like I was just saying Chicago because the Bulls raw as hell. My dad worked downtown. Like I'd be in Chicago. Like I didn't even know what Oak Park was. You see what I'm saying? Like it's actually kind of crazy, but
no, that's
Chicago's this shit.
Well, I think that's for a lot of people. Like I remember growing up when my family, we went to Philly at first, and I was young, and then I was like, we lived in Southwest Philly, so I didn't know nothing about a North Philly, or because you don't really leave your neighborhood that much, And it was like, oh, it's other parts. And when I started getting older, it was like, oh, this is Kensington, or this is a Mount Airy. Like
real talk.
When you're young, that area is your whole world.
Real talk.
So, let's start from growing up and what influenced you. I know you spoke about the jerseys, and was sports just growing up as a kid. Was sports one of your main influences, or what influenced you?
Yeah, that was my whole tribe. I saw early like basketball, like even because my dad watched it so much. Like he watched so much ball all the time, and when your parents working and shit, like when they get off like it's literally on time to go watch basketball type shit.
Yeah, it's 5, almost 6 o'clock.
What I mean? Yeah, and part of me like growing up, like I guess cause my parents always worked, like I wanted like something to have something that they had to come to.
When they got off work to celebrate.
Yeah, like just something to look forward to. Period. Like,
okay,
you know what I mean? Like I wanted to be that. Like I was like, I want to be like basketball drove me on some shit where it was just like all the shit that I want to fix in my family and
Mm.
financial and pure happiness. Just having people come to a game and have pure joy of just watching a game. Like I wanted to be able to get them that, and the game could do all that shit. Like you know what I mean? Like anytime you could see grown men win a championship and they all laying on the floor boohoo crying, like
That's a feeling.
that's a vibe, man. Like
Yeah,
like that's joy.
yeah.
And
Being
it's
able
like
to bring a joy to communities in the
you
world
see what I'm
is
saying? Like it's different. Like people don't understand that. It's like for whatever that time being of that moment, like no matter what that moment is, whether it's a signature game, a playoff series, a championship, whatever
it
that
could
is.
even be a shot though.
Yeah, it could be one
a
shot.
shot.
It could be a move
Yeah,
that they got to witness
a
at
block.
whatever. But it's like for just that moment, you created a vibe for so many people, and everybody was with that vibe at that moment. Even if they watched it, wherever they watched it, they was all a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like to be able to do shit like that, to be able to provide for people financially, to be able to travel the world and really get to see the world, my G, like through a game. Like I didn't leave Chicago at all unless we went and played AAU against whoever in Wisconsin or whoever in Milwaukee, then Indiana, and then it was like little by little as we got better. And you know what I'm saying, start killing at AAU. Then it's like, nah, you got to go to Vegas, see what they talking about. You wreck Vegas, then they like, yo, they invited you over here to
this place.
Yeah, you got to come to Texas. Now you got to come. You know what I mean? So I was seeing the world with a game, and I ain't see no bag from it yet. Like you still got to wait and do your time in college. Like
So when
the game
when
will
did you
push you.
realize though, like because like I said, to me, you're a creative.
Yeah.
But when did you realize you had a gift in life, just all the way like that inner feeling like I got something? And when did you realize that? And when did you realize it was something about you that's special?
My grandmama told me I was different when I was real young. She was like, "You different. You got handed." She was like, "You got handed cards you're not gonna understand yet."
Mm.
She was like, "But," she was like, "very few people get touched how you got touched." And she was like, "The biggest part of it was my willpower." She was like, "You have a will to do a lot of things, and you have the focus to actually carry through with it." So she was like, "That's your gift. Like, it's not a," like she told me about like, yeah, athletically you was gifted to do this, you was gifted to do that, for sure. But she was like, your real gift is like your power to influence stuff, to do things, to say, this is the decision and go with it wholeheartedly. Like, and she used to break it down to me when I was real young, and you
don't
get
get it
it,
then.
but you don't get it. And then the older I got, it was like I started seeing what she meant. Like when I got around other people, and it was like, why can't, like, you really dope at doing this, but why can't you just
Get it.
finish it? Like, just finish it. Like, why do it if you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you're not gonna finish, like, for lack of a better example, like, why have the sex if you're not gonna
Finish.
finish? You know what I'm saying? Like, why drive to the bucket if you wasn't gonna finish?
Yeah, I think that maybe being your gift and the curse, like that's my problem. Sometimes I look, a lot of people say the way I create and the way I think, but for me, I looked at a young age. I used to look at people like, this is simple. You don't see this. You don't see what
Yeah.
I see. So I think the gift is that you see it, but the curse is that you're looking at other people like why don't y'all see it?
Yeah.
And they looking at you like,
And
dude,
that's where art comes in, because this is our way of showing you it in a different
well,
way.
it's actually the expression of art because you're expressing it through art. It's like having that outlet finally to show what we've been thinking all this time.
Or it's like we're seeing the same thing. We're not interpreting it the
The
same.
same
But
way.
if I paint it this way, or I say it that way, or the song sounds like this, you'll get it.
Yeah. All right. So growing up, because now you know you understood you had a gift. You understand that you got cards that's special. But when did you know that? Because it was still like you said, your grandma said everybody knew that it was a focus in basketball. But when did you understand that this basketball thing could really go to a professional level?
When I hit my growth spurt, I had I grew, I don't know, maybe from 5'8", or maybe 5'6", 5'7" type shit my freshman year.
Mm.
By my junior year, I was 6'3" and a half. During that phase, when I was about 6'2", my second year, I couldn't really move like that. My movements got bad. I was uncoordinated because it's just the growth spurt happened so fast. So I couldn't control my movements. I would fall a lot. I was clumsy. People were stealing the ball from me. I couldn't understand it. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And that spring, going into that summer, I just locked in the gym, and every day I was getting stretched. Like, I just started getting stretched all the time. Like, I still didn't know about getting massages all the time. I just knew I needed to stretch for my body to feel good. And so I was doing like 30-minute stretches before I got on court. I came back my junior year and destroyed everything. Like, anything walking, I could destroy it because I was now my 5'8" self. I felt like 5'8", Iman, but at the end of the finish, I could jump and dunk anything. Like, it was no longer like, all right, everybody move out the way. I'm going to throw it up, let it bounce, and then, I'm gonna get a little dunk. Like, it was like, now it's like anytime my foot stomps hard enough or I got a good base, if I jump, I'm dunking it, period. Like, I'm not even shooting a layup anymore. When I got to that, and then I went on the AAU circuit, the colleges start coming. And I was like, okay.
So the physical aspect that was when the light bulb went off. Like, oh.
When I came back and I was taller now, but I was like, cause I always thought I'm nice.
I
got it, but it's so many niggas that got it.
Yeah, that don't have
5'8", 5'10", yeah.
And it's
6'1", 6'2", but then when I get 6'3", then I'm like, okay,
it's on.
Yeah, I got my handle back now. So it's like, nah, I'm different. Like, now I'm playing like a little dude, but I'm guarding a little nigga like it's nothing. But I'm big as shit. So it's like the same dudes I had trouble guarding
it's a whole different
a year
ball
ago.
game.
Yeah, it's like I saw you a year ago. You was blowing past me because I couldn't move nothing. Now I'm even taller. I'm filled out a little bit because I'm in the weight room crazy. And I'm still moving like the freshman version. Yeah, so it was damn near scary for my moms was looking. Like, you had to see it. Like, before games, people was looking at me like, yo, what?
You was the freak of nature pretty much.
Yeah, everybody was looking like, gee, who is that? Like, who is that? And coach never took me off the one. He was like, nah, he playing point. So Mars was looking at it like, bro, what the?
So basically what the league is doing now and how Magic was looked at in his day was how you was looked at.
Because I went from being short, and it was like, usually somebody gets tall, you try and use them at the three. Like,
you push the position as they grow.
Fill in something that you need right quick. Yeah. Like, they like, man, turn him into this. Yeah, but and he was like, nah.
Keep him there.
And I was bullying everything at the one. So like the whole defensive mentality shit, like, it came from
That's
me.
That's where it came from.
Because I was already short, so I had to do that.
You had the mindset of that from the gate.
From the gate. It was never a thing where it's like people be like, yo, you love D. It's like, nah, bro. In Chicago, to play point guard, you got to guard the point guard. And if you don't pick him up full court, if you let that man dog walk it down and just do whatever he want to do, he going to dismantle you, kid.
Yeah, and you not doing your job.
Period. Yeah. And then it was like, once I got big, it's like every time I finish, the ball go through the net, I'm standing over the ball. I want action now. Whoever touch it and throw it out, I'm finna see where you throwing this outlet pass, and I'm finna harass him. I wasn't even guarding a man, bro. Whoever bring the ball up, that's who I'm guarding. But I was 6'3", and I was thirsty because I know every time I get a steal, my pops used to stand under the rim. So I'm knowing every time I get a steal, I'm coming to party, and I'm going to scream loud as fuck to him. Like, him and my brother be on the side, and then later on, it became Aubrey wanted to stand on the side. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he wanted to stand under the rim. Yeah, so he can get action. And my pops would sit over there with my grandmother.
So that's a perfect segue. because knowing you for a while.
But yeah, to answer your question, junior year going to senior year when I knew, I'm gonna get that done. What I told myself when I was a kid, I'm getting that done.
With the physical aspect,
I was like,
becoming a reality.
Yeah. Now I'm like, I already had this. I set on it. Like even though I'm short, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
But when I got the height, I'm like, y'all really can't do it.
I'm in.
Yeah, it's no way.
So, you coming from a great household, like you said, you mentioning your father being under the backboard, your brother, he took the backboard spot. Now your pops in the stands. You come from a great household with both parents and brothers. Can you tell me how important was family and how did they play a role in your journey?
Yeah, my family is everything, really. Like, it's crazy because, like, what we was talking about earlier, just like people they don't get it. Like, it's hard to understand someone that learned from his, like, it's not regular anymore the way we was raised as far as just a father that's strict on certain things because he thinking about, I'm just trying to instill this in you.
For later.
Yeah, like I own something, it's hard, this is what it is, this is what it ain't, this is what I know, this is what I don't know. But this is the stuff you need to be chasing. You know what I mean? Like my pops like gave it to me like that. And it was like my mom, she gave it to me like, I don't have my degree, so I'm not getting the money I deserve. So I'm picking up more jobs. So she was working at 4 different colleges in Chicago doing fashion design and art instruction, to where if she an art instructor and she's doing all this, she basically just giving me I didn't finish school and I didn't do this, but that don't mean shit.
That shouldn't stop you.
I got 4 kids. That don't mean shit to her. Like, it's like, cool, I'm tired as hell. I ain't getting no sleep. I ain't do this. I ain't do that. Still got to get this shit done. Like, that's how they taught me. You see what I'm saying? Like, my brothers just, like, we learned through competition because that's all we had. It was just us 4. So it was like,
everything was competition.
Everything. That was how my grandmother organized us.
So y'all was a team, not even in the sport.
You see what I'm saying?
The competition of sports was in it for life for you.
You hear me?
With your brothers.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Because it's like my brother, like, you got to think, me and Ari, my brother Ari, who works as my business manager for people tuning into the cast, I be talking about my brother Ari. I'm going to say it a lot. He works with me as my business manager and basically business partner through all my business ventures off the court, really on the court too. But yeah, whole life though, growing up, thought I hated the man.
Wow.
The worst fights, the worst battles with him, and now, like, he's one of the only people I really take advice from. You know what I'm saying? Like, having brothers that provide enough, they'll show you hate to prove they love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll show you, like, not hate, not like Instagram hate.
Yeah, not like fake hate.
Like real hatred. Like shit that you'll be like, why the fuck would you do that to me? But they'll do that to you to show you I'm going this far over the line to show you to never do that again. Or I'm not messing with that. Or I don't know. It's just you'll cross that line with somebody to show, like, to not let them walk out the door on what's going on. And I'm so glad that I was able to get that. Like, I feel like everybody should be owed that.
So, when I talk to people and Iman Shumpert names comes up, being a part of the conversation, a lot of people, they put you in different boxes, the ball player, the artist, the fashion, and the husband and the father. How do you handle all your businesses and how do you balance everything?
Like I said, I chose correct with bringing my brother with me. It's crazy. My grandmama always used to say, Ari gonna take care of your money. You know he gonna take care of your money. It's crazy. But yeah, I have Ari really overseeing everything as far as our business projects, whatever we got going on. I got a team that I put in place just to advise me on what I'm investing my money and time into. Um, I'm really about to release some shit with this music shit that I want to do so bad. But it's kind of like everything goes hand in hand. Like nothing ever stops. When it stops, it makes me feel like I have to stop everything.
So it's basically it's like a car. One part has to connect, or the
It
car
has
ain't
to,
moving.
or it just doesn't move.
Got you.
It doesn't move.
So on that note, with the music, I've been knowing about your music since you played on the Knicks, and I never looked at you as an athlete that does music. I just looked at you as a creative and as an artist. Tell me, when did the music start, and when you said I'm gonna take this serious, like because it was like as the same as the ball world. I know it started probably at one point, and then you was like, no, wait.
Um, um, like, what do you mean by that?
Like because growing up, we all listened to music. You know, you was probably a fan of music, but like, okay, I'm gonna give this rap thing a try. I'm gonna try to be an artist. So I'm like, when did that start for you? Because a lot of people don't know. They don't know if like a lot of people don't get to hear. They just see,
like when did I start like putting songs together and shit?
yeah, from the start, young age. Because I
I
think a
started
lot of
selling
people
my music when in high school.
in high school.
I started selling my music.
Wow, so okay. When did you start you start like writing songs though?
Writing songs, I've probably been writing songs since like 6th grade.
Because the reason I'm asking the question is because I feel a lot of people look at you, is this something that's new, or it happened when the career of sports started, and like I don't think people know how long you've been doing this.
No, I've been doing it since like 6th grade probably. My first time recording something was in high school, but rapping, rapping outside, rapping in the car, rapping over the radio songs, asking my brother if it's dope or not. He like, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean?
But this has happened since high school then.
Yeah, but it's like little by little, it was like you hear, like I'll start spitting shit to people, and people became, instead of them just like listening to their friend, it was like, when did you write that? You know what I mean? Then it was like, when you gonna record something? You know what I'm saying? And I started realizing like people want to hear what I'm talking about. They want to hear it. Like at first they could tell like I was just trying to make punchlines. And then when I started doing storytelling, like I started telling them vibes and experiences I had and shit. Like,
It went to another level.
you feel what I'm saying? And then I was like, I'm gonna take it real serious. And I started selling my mixtapes in high school.
So
I actually made money too.
nah, if you've been selling,
I was selling mixed CDs, and then I would tell them like I got Kanye's album, I got this out. Yeah, I bootlegged y'all shit, just so y'all know. The Carter went crazy. I sold mad at that. I'm sorry, Tune. I love you to death. I sold mad at the Carter.
I think everybody
college
sold.
dropouts.
I think everybody sold.
I was the bootleg
Carter.
man. Bootleg home dog. What do you mean? I was bootlegging everything.
So Centerpiece, and it started as like it started as a fashion brand, and now it's another journey being cultivated, which is Centerpiece Records. Can you explain
A Center's Piece Records.
Centerpiece?
A Center's Piece.
Oh, a Center's Piece. So can you basically give us an overview on Centerpiece and then a Center's Piece?
So Centerpiece is the clothing line, but it's really the umbrella to what we got going on. When you speak of a centerpiece, it's just, the complementary piece to a table. Preferably for it to be in the middle, to be centered. You know what I mean? But just to give it a pop. And with us, it's to play on that and say, this is what we bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? This is what I bring to the table, so to speak. It's that mentality, and that's how the brand was created, to be saying, I'm not like, you know what I'm saying, a candle on the edge type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a centerpiece. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted the line to be like. It's not made for, honestly, it wasn't never made for the masses.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Like, people be like, yo, it's, you know what I'm saying, the shirt fit, then it just, you need to work out. It don't fit you. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the button up, I know the cut is different. That's, work hard, get into this shape, and you'll fit the shirt. You know what I'm saying? Or buy it big. Like, that ain't on me. You know what I'm saying? But this is, we're doing things that all the people in the fashion that I like, you know what I'm saying, that wear clothes, it's like, when they put it on, it drip.
Yeah, it fit
hit
them.
Yeah, it hit.
Yeah, it fitted them the way they wanted to be seen, and not the way it was made.
Exactly, because there's a lot of people that's like, you got, like, I know plenty of articles of clothing that I have that, cool, I could wear it and I could jig it, but I wish I didn't have to do X, Y, and Z to make it look good.
Yeah.
You ever had to take a picture and you got to like take
pull
the jacket off a little bit,
yeah,
slide this, do this, and it's like, my job was to make clothes that you don't got to fix shit.
However you put it on, it's still the wave. Now, I think it's very clever and just outside the box thinking that the music label is still the kind of the same name but a different words.
Yeah, like, I just see a lot in Centerpiece. Like, so, you got to think, I see, when I hear Centerpiece, I think centerpiece, centipede, a lot of arms on you, do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, center's piece. Like, I'm a sinner. Everybody's really sinners.
And we're searching for peace.
We searching for it. So this is a sinner's piece. We understand. Come on, y'all welcome type shit.
It's basically
right, this shit a
church for culture.
Yeah, this is a Six Flags ride over here. What you talking about?
Wow. I mean, I think it's definitely a dope way to look at it, and even with, you know, having the music thing and the fashion thing, but they still tied to the same ideology with different words is next level.
Next level.
So a lot of people always get the advice to focus on one thing, and it seems, bless you.
Thank you, brother. Thank
you. I was saying a lot of people always get the advice to focus on one thing, and it seems that you're doing well in your ventures and on all your aspects of life. What would you tell the listeners that was hearing that, or they always heard just focus on one thing? Like, I just always felt like that isn't reality.
You saying, what do I say to it?
Yeah, what would you say to the listeners that get that advice of just focus on one thing to...
For me, I definitely have a fear. I have a phobia, damn near, of not getting done what I'm supposed to get done before I get taken off the earth. Like, I have the biggest issue with, if I thought it, if I said to myself, that's happening, and I didn't do it, fuck lying to you.
I lied to myself.
I lied to myself. And that's a different type of hurt, bro.
Yeah.
And it's a different type of psycho.
I have that same sentiment. It's like I play a game with myself. If I'm not on point for myself, I lose points.
Straight up.
Like, I can't go buy them new sneakers, the new Travis Scotts, because you wasn't on point.
So
with that email you supposed to send out.
I need to discipline myself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and there's not a lot of people that understand this idea of, bro, you lying to yourself. You said you was gonna do that today. Fucking do it. Do it, bro. You said you wanted this, so go get it. You said you really want to see what it's like to play in the league. Go. Try it. Go try and make a summer league team. Try. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, that's my advice to mine. Like, G, don't say if you could have. Dog, you could be working at Walmart right now. If you go and try out for an NBA ball club and you can go, they'll pick you up, shorty. and they'll promote you as the story of the kid that came from Walmart.
Wow.
You'll get a deal with Walmart. Some wild shit could happen, bro. It's just you really scared to come up to this workout and get your head beat in.
Yeah.
But people, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
prepared.
success stories like this, G.
So just basically the advice that you
The advice is, if you want to do anything you want to do,
just do it.
Do it. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow, and you ain't tried none of the shit you thought you could do. Don't nobody know you got gifts with you after you done try some shit out and you say, oh, I'm pretty good at that. Everybody got that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't, as a world, keep running from being on your own dick sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to be conceited. And a lot of people don't even know what conceited means. It just means you like yourself. Why shouldn't you like yourself? You only get oneself, bro.
You should like yourself more than anybody else like you.
You feel me? That's the only way you can appreciate another person.
Wow. All right. The last one we got, man, and I think it's just reflecting back on that moment. Can you tell us a time in your life where you got some advice and it really changed everything for you?
Some advice that changed everything. My father. 2 times. 2 times. I got 2 quotes. We lost the game against York. And I was eating, but I was pouting. I was on some whole shit, for real. And my dad was like, he was trying to talk me out of it. And I like called an attitude type shit, because I was just on some like, you know, like, you see what they doing, like they not calling this and calling that, whatever. And he just got up. He was like, all right, Iman. And as he was walking away, he was like, the sooner you realize no one cares, the better off you gonna be. No one cares. You wanted to be the man.
Hard.
Like, you wanted to be the man. Show me you the man. Show me.
No matter what they say, still go out there and be the man.
He like, against all. Like, yeah, I get it. Everything's going wrong. You could still win. So prove it. Basically, like, prove it that you the man. Show me you the man. And we didn't lose another game for the rest of the season until we got knocked out of the playoffs. We did not lose another game. My best friend quit the team.
And
he quit.
And y'all still was winning.
We marched. I lost my mind. I played ballistic. I lost my mind. Like, I didn't ask for a foul. I didn't talk to a ref.
Zoned out.
Talking shit to other people benches. Talking shit to other people coaches. Blanked out completely.
It's funny because you could take that and apply that to everything in life.
My brother, right?
So this is the second one?
The second piece of advice. Coldest shit I ever heard. I already had to be in high school. So I must have been either I'm in 8th grade type shit or I'm in high school. I was like pouting about some shit, right? That my mom couldn't buy me something or some shit. She said she was gonna buy me something then, like, I don't remember what happened. Maybe I didn't want to ask her again, so I asked Pop. He like shot me down about the shit, but I don't remember why I was on some pouty shit. Really, real talk. I just wanted it, and I felt like I should have it. It was like some when I first started liking like clothes and shit, because I realized I ain't got nothing but basketball stuff, and the girls ain't really kind of fucking with me.
For that.
Yeah, like they ain't fucking with that no more. Like they want me to be in fits and shit, and I ain't got no fits. And I was sick of wearing Ari jeans because his waist was way bigger because he was big back then. So I think I was complaining about something. And Ari stopped playing the game and was like, bro, we broke. Like, you want something? Save up your birthday money and stop spending it on video games. Stop spending it on this. Stop spending it on that. We not on that. I don't know who told you
we got it like
you
that.
got it like that. You don't got it like that. Mom, dad work all day. You don't realize this? He was like, you don't see that grandmother is here all the time? You don't see that? You don't see what's going on? They at work. You have to work. It's 4 of us. Like, he was really talking to me, and I was like, it registered. At that moment, it registered. I got to fix this. But it was a drive for me. Like, Ari, that's why I be saying, like, it's crazy. Whatever my father put in my brother Ari, whatever.
It worked.
It worked. Because he understood shit that I didn't. My brain wasn't ready to turn on to that. But Ari that was my art. Fighting him, he would get me to a level of honesty. Like,
But for yourself, though.
when you mad,
Yeah.
when you lose your shit completely, you ever get somebody mad and ask them a question, they gonna tell you exactly what they thinking.
It's like a drunk mind.
Yeah. Or get somebody when they're damn near in tears.
They're going to tell you.
They gonna tell you
100% of their heart.
100%. At them 2 moments, or scared or fear. If you're fearful, you'll tell the truth.
No, that's.
So it's like Ari had a way of getting me to that and then teaching me something.
At the end of it.
Yeah, he would teach me something, but I could receive everything. And I feel like it enhanced what I had going on, because after a while, I was like, I really got it. Like, I felt like I was born in the 80s type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would be around kids that it's like, bro, you just don't get it.
Yeah, because you got it from a different level.
I'm like, gee, they like, it's Friday, Joe. You going to the dance? We going? We ain't going to. I'm not the dance. We going to the party, Joe. We going to the house party. Ooh. Where's Shump at?
Well, but in that,
I'm at the gym.
It's funny because this goes back to the start of the segment of being dealt those cards and us looking at people like, why y'all ain't at the gym? But they just didn't get it.
And now I understand. Ari was a card.
Yeah. Y'all was basically, your family was a deck.
You got handed a different type of deck, bro.
Yeah, your whole family's a different type of deck.
Like, now when I talk to my grandmother, she be like on some like, gee, you realize like you was raised sheltered kind of by being a border kid over here. Like, you kind of okay over here. You're good. Mm-hmm. You still got the whole aura of over here though in the inner city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then it's like you went and got athletic to where conflict just don't scare you.
Yeah.
You fight Ari every day.
You in training.
You training. You in shape. You know what I'm saying? You never really lost any of your creative space because you watch your mom in it all day. You watch your brother in it. He draw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Ari painted all in this room, everything. So where it's like, gee, this shit, all this create. Like when I told you, when I walked in the compound, all it reminded me of is the blue. We used to call it the blue room. That was our game room. So we all shared a room. And then we had this like little room over here, like kind of how this shit is. Where you got the outside.
Yep.
We all lived there, 4 beds in the corners. And then we had this blue room.
It was basically y'all compound.
Basically.
I think, and to give you something, but just saying this, and I'm creative, is I would love to see either Ari or your mother paint your family as a deck of cards. And every person, as the king.
That's fire.
So your father's face would be like the king, your mom is the queen. Yeah. And then y'all pick the rest of the cards that y'all faces go on. And be like, this is the Shumpert deck.
Oh, we the rest of the kings.
Yeah, it's like.
We kings now.
It's everybody's a king, but your role, everybody's different.
No, I'm saying there's a king space, there's a king of clubs.
Exactly. So, and the king and the queen. But I think just hearing the story and me knowing a lot of it, but from grandma, y'all was dealt a different hand. And everybody was in that deck in your family. But every family can't be kings and queens. Some people might be a 4. Some people might be a 3, but just hearing that story and the advice that you got from your father and your brother, it's a deep hand. It's a royal flush. But thank you, man. I'm glad you got to be able to, express things that you shared, and people got to hear some advice, and hopefully y'all heard some jewels today. And shouts out to Shump, the whole Shumpert family. Junie, Mom, the both dogs, Henny and Basquiat, and everybody, man. Thanks for coming on, man.
Peace, God. Appreciate you having me.